Okay.
All right, everybody. Now, this is our official welcome to our Team Dream Believers and Team Revelation May Team Call. I'm so happy to have you all here. And we have a lot of information for you, both Ellen and I. And I'm just going to get started with the training portion of it because I've been doing a lot of listening to a lot of different calls, and I have so much information, being that we have so many new coaches on the call, and even our veteran coaches really benefit every time they hear this again, because it's really the information that is so important to keep in mind as you're growing your business, because it really is not complicated at all. This is really, truly such a simple business. And the only key factor in determining whether you're making your business a success or not is strictly in your hands. You're given all the tools. You're told exactly what simple tasks to do each day, not a lot, just a few, and it's just up to you to do them. And if you really and truly make this business a priority in your life, and you keep yourself focused on your end result goal and really believe, because that's so important, you need to really believe that you can do this, that you can have your why and keep your real, we're all here for a specific reason. We all have a deep why that made us join as coaches, and that, you know, we're really wanting to happen in our lives. And if you just keep that constantly in the forefront of your mind, every day when you wake up, picture that already being your reality. Picture your life being the way that you're foreseeing it, and just keep that motivation to get you, to compel you to do the 3 vital behaviors. Now there's 4, but I'm going to really focus on the first 3 because these are the ones that are really going to create your success in your business. So I'm going to just go over, which you probably, most of you have already heard, but some of you may not have, who have not really done a full new coach training. So I'm going to just go over the most important aspects of building your business. And any of you can do this. Any of you can make it to the top, to make 6 figures and beyond. And all it takes, it's all here. It's all in your mind. All it takes is your mindset, totally staying committed, totally staying focused on doing your 3 vital behaviors, and consistency is key. Consistency is the key word. Like if any coach was asked, if you could just say one thing that's going to give any new coach the real golden nugget of what it's going to take to be successful in this business, any of them would say consistency. That's what it takes. So treating your business like a business, not like a hobby, not saying I'll fit it in if I can find the time, I'll try to do it after work, or I'll try to do it at lunchtime. That's not going to cut it. You need to really consider this business as your baby. This business equals your dreams coming true. And really, always, every day, when you wake up, that may be your motivation to make this business your priority, or at least one of your top 3 priorities in your day, every day. So you really need to treat it like a business, not like a hobby. If you don't show up for work one day and you don't call your boss and say, look, I'm not going to be in, you're going to get fired. So you can't just not show up. You have to show up to this business every single day in order to see success. And so showing up means having business hours, setting business hours. You really need to have specific times during the day, a time frame, whether it be an hour a day or 2 hours a day, or even if you can only fit in a half an hour a day. Obviously, the more time you fit in, the faster your business is going to grow, the more success you're going to see. So you really need to block out time in your day and stick to that, just like your fitness. Just like we're committed to our fitness, how we block off time in our day and we don't skip a day because we know it's going to set ourselves back. It's the same thing. You have to really treat this like a commitment to your life your dreams and set aside time each day. So basically, you have business hours, and they stay as your business hours, and you don't let anything get in the way. And so, you know, obviously when you set aside family time, you don't let anything get in the way of that either, because family comes first. So we're doing this for our families. We're doing this to give our families the life that we want. So we have to set aside time for the family, and that be our priority. And then we have to set aside time for our business and explain to our family, this is our business time right now, and we need their support in not coming in and expecting us to do things when we're doing our business. So I'm just going to go over, obviously, we probably all have heard about Success Club. Now, Success Club is the gauge that tells us whether we're succeeding in our business. And every single coach in this business is required to make at least Success Club 5 every single month. And if you don't make Success Club in one given month, you just keep shooting for the next month. However, it's just like if you have a goal at work. If you don't make your goal, you're not moving your business forward. So by doing the 3 vital behaviors that you're taught, you won't have a problem making Success Club as long as you're staying consistent. And that's why the business is so simple, because you're being taught just 3 basic things to do every single day. We are being taught to treat it like a business and set your business hours so that you can do those 3 vital behaviors. And then you'll be able to make your goal every month. In fact, if you do them consistently, you will probably exceed your goal. All right, I'm just going to mute everybody because I'm hearing some background noise.
Hi, Bea.
Yeah, I'm going to unmute you, Al. Okay, so anybody who has a question or wants to say something, just raise your hand and I'll be glad to unmute you. And I will, of course, give you some time to ask questions as soon as I'm done with this training portion. But basically, I just wanted to go over the real important foundation tools that you really need to focus on, because it really is so simple, and yet it's also simple not to do. And that's why if you ever read The Slight Edge, which is one of my all-time favorite personal development books, it says it's very simple. These are tasks that are very simple to do, yet they're also very simple not to do. So just make it your conscious commitment that you're going to make these 3 vital behaviors that are simple to do, that you're going to choose to do them every single day and stay consistent. So by doing these 3 vital behaviors, you will make Success Club. You will be changing lives. You will be able to have money set aside to go on your trip, all paid for, especially if you're making Success Club 10 every month, because then you have a guaranteed money set aside for the trip. But in addition to that, you will wind up getting free customers, free commission, because you'll be eligible for the Success Club Lead program as well. If you make Success Club 10, you get free money every month because you get handed free Shakeology customers and get paid commission on those orders. So my minimum goal personally, because I want my business to move forward very quickly, is to speak to and invite at least 10 people a day, not just 3 and not just 5, but at least 10 people a day, because my minimum goal for myself is to make Success Club 10 every month. And if I don't make that, then I'm going to really be disappointed in myself, because that's not moving my business as forward as quickly as I would like. So I make it happen. I mean, I do what I need to do. I set aside the time and I focus on the vital behaviors that are going to get me to my goal. So this is the vital behaviors, and then anyone who has any questions about them, feel free to ask. But basically, the first vital behavior that's going to get you to your goal of Success Club is inviting. And it's repeated 3 times. Invite, invite, invite. And the reason it's repeated 3 times is because you're inviting people for different things. You're inviting them to learn about and try Shakeology. You're inviting them to your challenge group by ordering a challenge pack, which consists of everything that they need in order to get started in your challenge group and change their lives with the first 30 days of Shakeology and one of the fitness programs. And that's actually the only way really that I sign people up anymore is with a challenge pack, because it doesn't make any sense at all. If someone's interested in Shakeology, they'll spend an extra $10 and get a whole program, or get a whole 90 days to the club membership, including the Beachbody On Demand, which gets them access to hundreds of workouts. So it really is silly to just sign someone up with Shakeology alone and not add another $10 and then get them a whole world of value. It's been more beneficial for them, and it's more beneficial for you, because that's going to get you 2 Success Club points instead of just 1. And then, of course, inviting them to the business opportunity. The business opportunity is truly our most valuable commodity that we offer people. Look what it's done for all of us. I mean, it completely changed my life. And I really would be doing people a disservice if I failed to mention it. And I have to tell you, it took me a long time as a new coach to start talking to people about the business. For some reason, I was very apprehensive. I know a lot of new coaches are, but truly, this is the most exciting thing to talk to them about, because it can totally change their life. And you can't prejudge someone and think, oh, they don't need the money, or they wouldn't be interested, because you never know. People will surprise you. They may have a whole life that you don't even know about, that they have all this debt, or, that they're miserable at their home and they wish they could buy a house, or, you don't know what's going on in people's worlds. So you always want to offer them the business opportunity. So those 3 invites are needing to be done every single day to people, whether it be 3 people to join your challenge group and 2 people to the coaching opportunity, and you can split up however you want. But I always invite people to join my challenge group, and then if they're interested, then I'll talk to them about the business opportunity as well. And sometimes if they're already fit and they prioritize their nutrition and they don't feel the need to have to do anything different, I'll talk to them about the business opportunity from the get-go. Because if they're already passionate about health and fitness, why not ask them if they have ever considered becoming a coach? So it depends on the situation, but the key factor here is talking to people wherever you go, just talking. And I know that at first it's very uncomfortable, because you're not used to it and you're afraid of how people are going to view you, and you're not sure of what exactly the right words to say. And, all these thoughts are going through your head, like, what if I mess up? Or what if they think I sound salesy? Or, I don't want to turn them off. All of those thoughts are normal and natural, but do not let them stop you, because that would be your biggest mistake. We all started out somewhere. None of us sounded perfect at the beginning. That's the only way that you're going to learn to overcome your fear, and the more you do it, the better you'll get at it. And it's practice. You just have to start doing it. Don't hesitate. Just jump in and start doing it. So that's the best word of advice I can give to every single one of you, is don't wait. Just start doing, because all the coaches that are waiting are just setting themselves back when they could be moving their business forward as quickly as possible. Okay, and so that's the first vital behavior, and that's the one that you're going to really create the momentum in your business by staying consistent with the invites every single day. Now, I invite people wherever I go, whenever I have an opportunity. My kids actually make fun of me, because if my son sees me talking to anybody, like for instance, I was talking to a woman sitting next to me at his soccer game, and after the soccer game, he comes over to me and he's like, you were talking to her about Beachbody, weren't you? Because that's just what I do. And I say to him, well, that's what I do. So, I mean, there's like one of the top coaches says that she has like this 3-foot rule. Anybody that gets within 3 foot of her, she just starts talking to them. And it's so easy to work into the conversation. So, and you'll learn how to when you are doing your training. So basically that's the first vital behavior. The second vital behavior is being a product of the product. And it's not just drinking Shakeology once in a while. It's not drinking Shakeology every other day. It's drinking Shakeology every single day, religiously, without skipping any days, because that's how you're going to really feel the most benefits from Shakeology, and that's how you're going to be able to share how the results that you've gotten with Shakeology with other people. So drinking it every single day is a must for all coaches who want to be successful, and committing to a program. Not just saying I'm doing the 21-day fix and fitting in 4 of the 7 days, but really committing. Now, of course, if you have a medical issue or some reason why you're not able to do the workouts, you can still be successful in this business as long as you are promoting fitness, that you are learning about our programs, and then as soon as you're able to, you do as much as you can. But just because you have some reason that prevents you from doing something doesn't mean that you still can't promote it. But drinking Shakeology is a must. And then if you're able to commit to any program that allows you, even with the modifications, committing to a program, like really committing from beginning to end, sticking to it, just like you would instruct one of your challengers to do, sticking to it to a T from day 1 to day 60 or whatever, how long the program is, getting up and making that your commitment to sticking to that program. That's how you're going to see the results, and that's how you're going to inspire others, because they're going to notice those results on you, and you're going to be a walking billboard. Everyone's going to be saying, how did you get like that? And you're going to share with them Shakeology and 21-day fix or whatever it is. Yay, there's Leslie. And hi, Violetta. Glad to see you. So being a product of the product is so important, and that's why these are called vital behaviors. Each one of these behaviors is so vital to your success in this business and really moving your business forward. So committing to invites, to doing as many invites, as you put as a minimum in your head. Mine is at least 10. I like to go more, but that's my minimum. And, if you want to move your business slow, 3 to 5, but as long as you're committing to a minimum number of invites a day, and it can be in person, social media, phone, text, email, as long as it's a one-on-one exchange, not just a post, but a one-on-one invite. That's what the invites are. And then being a product of the product is number 2, and that's so important so that you can develop the passion, you can see the results, and you can be an example for others. And then the third vital behavior is also so vital, and that's personal development. Each and every one of us must be reading or listening to some sort of personal development every single day. Now, at the beginning, there's a lot of training going on, so that can be considered your personal development at the very beginning. But it's really a good idea to also work in, even if it's just listening while you're driving, work in at least 15 minutes a day of listening to one of the books that you're going to be recommended. When you start out, my all-time favorite to tell my new coaches is to read or listen to The Slight Edge by Jeff Olson. Another one is The Compound Effect by Darren Hardy. Those are amazing books. But we have a whole personal development document in our team page that if anybody doesn't see it, it's in the file section, and I just bumped it up to the top of our page because I was commenting. I tagged people in it. So if you need it, just let us know. But it's a great list. It's broken out by which type of personal development it is. But if you're a new coach, definitely reach out to your sponsoring coach, and they'll give you assignments of which personal development would be best for you, at least in the beginning. But it's so important to do personal development every single day. And the reason for that is twofold. One is this business is not easy. Even though it is simple, it's not easy because we're all going to go through those cycles. We're all going to have times where we're on top of the world because we had 2 people sign up with us and we just became Emerald Rank and we made Success Club 5 and we're feeling great. We're getting all this great recognition. And then next month comes and everyone's saying no, or people are just not even responding when we invite them, or someone said yes and we're like all psyched. And then when we reach out to them at the time that they tell us that they're ready to get signed on, they vanish. They just disappear into thin air. So when those things happen, and it happens to every single one of us, it's natural to feel discouraged. It's natural to start questioning yourself. But it's not you. It's just the business. It's just the nature of things. And that's why personal development helps us get through it. Besides the fact that you're going to have a team of coaches who are all there for you. So anytime you go through periods like that, reach out to someone or post it on the page, because we will be there for you. But at the same time, personal development is why it's so important to remind yourself that I rock. I can do this, and everybody goes through this. It's not me, it's them. They must be going through something in their lives, or they feel doubts about themselves, or they have fear, or failure or something. But don't reflect it on yourself. You just keep moving to the next person. You just keep going, because there are people out there who need you, who are waiting for you. So don't let those disappointments bog you down. But personal development is going to get you through. And the other reason, and the most important reason, is because it grows you. You are not going to grow in this business if you don't grow yourself. And by doing personal development, you are going to grow as a person, and you are going to get your head strong, and you're going to overcome any of your own things that are defeatists to you, any kind of negative thinking, any kind of self-doubts, any kind of self-esteem issues. You're going to overcome those things by doing personal development, and you're not going to be the same person, and you're going to develop into a leader that's capable of leading a whole team of coaches. Even if you don't feel like you are now, if you continue to do your personal development, you will be. And that's why it's so important to do it every single day, at least 10 to 15 minutes. I personally like at least a half an hour, but work it into your schedule, people, because this is really the big deal. I've seen top coaches who have told everybody that they were struggling in their business, and then when they realized the one thing they weren't doing was personal development, their business took off right after they started doing it. So it's really so vital. And that's why these are called vital behaviors, because each one of these 3 tasks, these 3 tools to do, are so simple, and it's just up to you to actually make it a priority and do them in your day. All right, so I kind of went over all of the vital behaviors, and I took up a lot of time doing that because I really think those are so important, and that each and every one of you, even if you haven't been doing them yet, if you just commit to starting tomorrow or even after this call and just doing them, forcing yourself, even if you're not comfortable with it, just making it happen, because you know that your dreams rely on you doing this. You just push past your comfort zone, because that's how we grow. So that's why I wanted to go over this, because that's really the most important things I can teach you and tell you about how to be successful in this business. And does anybody have any questions about any of the vital behaviors at all? Yes, Krista. Let me unmute you. Yes.
So my question is, I've been talking to a lot of people about challenge packs and everything, and even just the Shakeology, if they weren't interested in doing the workout DVDs because they join a gym or there's a gym at school or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm having a hard time getting people to understand that it's worth the price.
Okay.
So how do I go about talking about that more?
Okay, well, you are going to learn the whole invitation process in your training, but I will go over it a little briefly with you now, just because it is so important to know how to invite. And I urge any new coaches who are in the process of having a conversation with someone to reach out to your sponsoring coach, because that coach will be happy to get on a call with you or to get involved in a 3-way thread on Facebook and help you with the conversation. And then you can learn from your coach by seeing how they lead the conversation. But basically, this is what I do and what you're going to be taught in your training to do. Your first step in the invite process is to invite to join your group. And I don't even call it a challenge group, because many people get a little intimidated by that. So or they don't even know what it is. So I call it an online support group based on exercise and nutrition. And that's what I ask people to join. And then if they say, sure, they have no idea what they're saying sure to. So I'll just respond and say, great, I'm so happy that you want to join. And then I'll ask them, would you mind sharing with me any weight loss or fitness goals that you would like to reach? That's the most important step of the whole invitation process. If they are interested in joining your group, or even, act like they are interested in improving themselves, you want to find out their goals. And you want to find out their deep goals, not just I want to lose 10 pounds, because that's very vague. You want to kind of keep asking questions until you find out all about them and their reasons for wanting to lose 10 pounds, how it's going to make them feel. You want to find out their emotional why. So if they say they want to lose 10 pounds, I'll say, okay, how long have you been trying to lose this weight? What have you tried? How will it make you feel when you lose it? So, I'll continue to keep delving and asking questions. You want to find out really what they want to accomplish. And then I'll even ask them, are there any specific changes in your body you'd like to see? So I keep asking questions. I never talk about any of our products until I have this conversation with them first, and I make it all about them. And I find out what their goals are, and then when they do tell me, and after asking questions, I find out what their deep why is, then I'll start asking them questions about their current situation. I'll ask them what their biggest challenge is with their nutrition. I'll ask them how many times a day they eat, what their typical day of nutrition looks like, so I have an idea of what their pattern is. And then I'll ask them if they have any energy slumps during the day. And then I'll start getting into fitness, and I'll ask them if they have, if they're regularly exercising, if there's, when was the last time they exercised, if there's any specific moves that they can't do because of physical limitations. So I really ask them a whole barrage of questions in order to really get a good grasp of their current situation and what they want to accomplish. And by doing this, you're accomplishing several things. You're accomplishing finding out all this information about them so that you can determine the best course of action of what's going to help them the most, what the best program is for them. And you're also determining the reasons why Shakeology is going to help them. If I ask them if they have energy slumps and they say, oh, it's terrible, I reach a certain point of the day and I just can't wake up, I know that when I start to explain to them all the benefits that they're going to receive about Shakeology, then I'm going to bring that up and say it's going to increase your energy levels, so you won't have energy slumps during the day anymore. And if I ask them if they have any blood pressure or cholesterol issues during my questioning, if they say yes, that they're on blood pressure medication, then I'm going to tell them that Shakeology has been clinically proven to help reduce blood pressure, and there are many people who don't even need their medication anymore after drinking it every day. So asking those questions are multifaceted because you're finding out information all about them, so you know how you're going to be able to help them the best, and use that information to explain how our suggestions are going to help them. But also you're developing that trust with them. You're developing that real confidence that you're not just trying to sell them something. You're not just in it to just make a quick buck and then leave them. You're interested in helping them. You really care. You care enough to take the time and ask them all these questions about themselves because you truly want to connect with them and you truly want to help them. And that's going to develop that confidence in you and that comfort in wanting to choose you to let you help them. So that's the most important step in the whole invitation process, is all that whole conversation of really connecting with them on a deep level. And then after you find out that all of that about them and they open up to you and share with you, that's when I then explain to them how I'm going to be able to help them reach their goals. And I repeat what their goals are. And then I always start out with Shakeology, always, because Shakeology truly is the most important part of the whole solution, because nutrition is the most important. It's 80% of their results. So I explain to them all about how Shakeology is it's the most dense dose of nutrition they can give themselves every day, and it's packed with superfoods and how it's going to help them. And I list off the different benefits they're going to receive, and I'll send them a video if it's on Facebook. I'll send them a Facebook message with, if this is on a message, I'll include a third-party tool, a video, which is always the best way to share with people, because that's when they'll be able to really get more information about Shakeology and how amazing it is, not just by what we say, but by watching the video. And then I'll talk to them about the fitness program that I think would be best for them. I'll explain why it's going to be best for them and how it's going to help them, and how it's only, 22 minutes or 25 minutes. And, then you just do it at your own home and your own schedule. So it's so convenient, and it's going to save them time if they're used to going to the gym, and they're going to get even better results. And, I'll just talk to them all about the fitness program. And then after that, then I'll talk to them about the online support that they'll be receiving. I'll tell them, I'll plug them into my online support group, which is going to give them all this great group support and keep them motivated, and they'll develop this camaraderie with the other people in the group. So it's going to be a lot of fun. They'll feel like they're not doing it all by themselves. And then, of course, the most important part is you. You say, and I will be your personal coach, and I will hold you accountable and help you every step of the way to get the maximum results from the program. And so we offer a total solution that nobody else offers. We really provide them with everything that they need, and they get it all in just the challenge pack, which is so deeply discounted. So as soon as you're done talking about it, if they say that they want to do it, then it's so easy, because you just share with them. Well, Shakeology is normally $130 a month. It equals 30 meals. And by getting the deeply discounted challenge pack for just $10 more, or for just $30 more, whatever it is, you're getting a whole fitness program. So you have everything that you need, plus you're going to get the group support and my personal coaching at no additional cost. And so I actually just posted on Facebook, or did I might have just private messaged a few coaches a video, but I can post it as well, that was just posted in the Diamond Dash training today, that talked about how to present the challenge pack. And it's perfect for what you just asked. So it's by Shane Mason Fryer. She's one of the top coaches, and she explains it beautifully. So I will post that after this call, so you can all watch that. But it really is a fabulous explanation of how to explain the value of a challenge pack. Okay, did that answer your question?
Yep, thanks, Bonnie.
You're welcome. Anybody else? Diana? Yes. Oh, let me unmute you. Okay.
Thank you. Yes, I don't know if I saw the same video that you were talking about, but somebody does talk, and I can't remember if it's the person that you talked about or it's Shay.
Shay Stanford.
Yeah, but she talks about that specifically, and she asked them, let me see if I can remember, but I do have a question for you. Let me just see if I can quickly reference this. And she says to people, like, if you get to, and what Bonnie said is awesome, like your process is great for making them feel comfortable and showing them that you are somebody that can, has the expertise and also the heart to help them. But what she says is basically, if you get to the price point and they're like, oh my God, why is it so expensive? She says, ask them, how much do you pay in a day for is this the same video, Bonnie?
No, this is Don Murphy, I think, said it. Did you ever?
This one was a woman, so it must have been Shay Stanford.
It might have been Shay Stanford. Yes, I think it was
she
Shay.
says, basically, you ask them, how much do you pay on average for a healthy meal in a day? And she says somebody will say between $3 and $7, and you say, okay, well, you pay between $3 and $7. This is $4.20, I think she said, and this is the equivalent of 5 plates of salad. You get whatever, I can't remember how many superfoods. You get all your nutrients. You get supplements. Like, how much are you paying for nutrients in your supplements? And if you still don't know, like take it, if you take it away from your grocery bill, because essentially it's a meal. So
Yes.
When you put it in that frame, and she never frames it in the $130, but the daily breakdown per meal. So really make it the minimum. So you're comparing that $4.20 versus you go out and have a salad anywhere, it's like $8, right?
Exactly.
Right. So that's, and even when you go to Trader Joe's and you have a pre-made salad, which is this tiny little thing, it's like, the cheapest one is maybe like $4. It doesn't have any protein in it, but this one is the equivalent of 5 plates of salad. You get all of your proteins, your vitamins, your nutrients, benefits that Bonnie talked about for people with, cholesterol or joint issues or whatever. So,
exactly.
I'll look up that video and I'll post it in the group because it's excellent. And once you watch it, you'll feel really confident talking about the price point.
Yes, it was definitely Shay Stanford, but yes, please post it. That would be awesome.
Sure.
Thank you.
My question for you, Bonnie, is how do you bridge someone? Because I think from yes, they're in, because I'm assuming you send them like a Facebook message and you ask them if they're interested in the group, and then how do you bridge them to actually getting on the phone with you? Because I think a lot of people get really scared with,
They do.
like, oh my God, what do you want? You want to actually call me? You
They
want to
do. It's so funny.
think they
People
don't
are
know
afraid
you at
of the
all,
phone
right?
now. Yes,
Exactly.
you're
So,
right.
I had somebody who was just like totally like, oh yeah, I'm totally excited about your challenge group. I was like, okay, great, let's
Let's talk on the
on
phone
that
and then they're
note,
silent, right?
yeah, I was like, are you, like, if I'm around tonight, let's jump on the phone. I'll tell you about it real quick. And I was
Right.
so like,
I've
very
learned.
peaceful about it.
Yeah,
And the person just kind of fell off the face of the earth. So I'm
right.
just curious because I know like once you get on
That's
the
a great
phone, you start
question.
talking.
Yes, that's a great question. And I have learned from that, so I would be happy to share with you what I do. Because that happened to me too. And people, for some, now everyone's so used to just online that as soon as you mention phone, they get scared. But I have gotten people on the phone and it's so much more effective, but I don't push it. So this is what I do. When people say yes, that they're interested and they are, they sound excited, that's when I'll say to them, awesome, I would love to find out more about you and your goals. Would you like to set up a time so we can talk on the phone? And then I'll follow up by saying, or is Facebook Messenger better for you? I give them a way out because I've had that happen. I would prefer to talk on the phone, so I'm definitely going to throw that out there as, asking them if they would. But I also want to follow it up by letting them know that I'm not saying, let's talk on the phone, because then I'll lose them if they're one of those people who are scared to get on the phone. So then now I say to them, can we set up a time to talk on the phone, or is Facebook Messenger a better way of communicating for you? And there are times where people say, sure, let's get on the phone. I'm available tonight at 8. And that's awesome. And then there are other times where they come back and say, it's Facebook Messenger is better for me. I'm at work right now. Or they may not even say, they'll just say Facebook Messenger is better. And that's it. And I'll say, okay, great. And then I'll proceed with the conversation. So I've done it both ways. And, most times it's more effective on the phone because you have more of a connection with that person. You get to know them. They hear you, you hear them. You can laugh with them, so you can relate with them better when they, share with you. And obviously you can share a lot more information on the phone. But when they hear, that you're a real person and they hear your voice, a lot of times they feel more connected and you're more likely to have them join you. But I have had many people join me just from Facebook Messenger conversations as well. So that's what I would do. And I think that's a great question because I always do try to put out there. I haven't been as much lately about asking about getting on the phone because I have found that most people prefer to just stay on Messenger, but I really do prefer the phone. So good point.
Sure. Thank you. Yeah, I don't have the patience to sit there and type with people. I really don't. So I just see myself going, listen, it's so much easier for me to talk on the phone.
Well, that's why I have that script that I shared with you. That script, I use the script as like a outline and I'll copy and paste it and then I'll make my changes. It's definitely not form-fitting for everybody. So you really need to just copy and paste it, use it as an outline, and then just customize it for that person. But it's much easier than retyping everything.
Right. Now, I'm pretty comfortable with talking to people, and I think you have a really good point as far as the power of the personal conversation when you have them on the phone and you're actually doing this ebb and flow thing is really all the information, all the questions that you're asking in a supportive role is basically setting you up for the way that you're going to leverage them. They're telling you exactly what their leverage points are. You know what I mean? When they're telling you what their struggles are,
Right.
when they're telling you what
Yes.
their history's been, exactly
Yes.
like what product, so you're not
Yes.
slinging things in the dark, giving them some random pitch
Right.
about some product that doesn't apply to them at
Yeah,
all.
no, phone is definitely much better, but if I only limited my conversations to people who got on the phone with me, I would have Success Club 2 every month because most of my new challengers and my new coaches come from Facebook private message conversations. So if I didn't have that, my business would be nowhere. So I would never be able to have just limited my conversations to just the phone, even though it's nicer and I definitely prefer it. Facebook Messenger is really where it's at. So that's why I use the tools, like, the script that I have, and then I just modify it. And sometimes, depending on the person, I customize it, like I shorten it, because everybody is different. But most people really do just prefer to do Facebook Messenger, and I have gotten so many people just that way. Even though, yes.
Because they could do it at their own time, their own leisure. I like to give the survey, so I'll also, instead of going back and forth, because I know as a teacher I can't go back and forth all day on Messenger unless I'm at night. So I'll also send that survey, which asks them a lot of those questions that Bonnie mentioned in the survey. That if they have the time to fill it out, it's very quick, and then I can read it and get back to them and answer. So it's almost like it shortens it a little bit. But not
how do you
everyone
proposition the survey to them, though? Because if they say, okay, I'm interested in a support group, how do you tell them,
I'll say, I'd like to find out a bit more about you, even if they already say, I want the 21-day fix. Like I say, great, I still would like my leads that come to me, or people that I still would like to get more information about you so that I can help you better. Because you don't know about their diet, if they're allergic to things, or if they have other.
I totally understand that for somebody who's already is kind of like has a leg in, but let's say somebody who's in the beginning of the funnel, like Bonnie said, you just invited them to your support group. They said yes. Do you, from that point, plug them into their survey? Because that feels a little odd. Like, what do you want me to fill out a survey for? You know?
No, I would ask them first, like Bonnie would you mind answering a few questions for me about your fitness goals? And, and then I say, I also have a quick survey if you would like to fill out. I could find out a bit more about you so that I can help you better. So I kind of like word it the way Bonnie would, but instead of being on the phone and asking the questions, I'll first say, would you mind telling me a little bit more about your health, your fitness and health goals?
And I basically just say, would you share with me any weight loss / health or fitness goals that you would like to reach? Because I want them to tell me exactly what they are. And if they're not specific enough, then I'll ask more questions and ask more specific questions. So I wanted to move the call along because Ellen has some things she wants to share as well, but I do have just 2 more training points that I wanted to make that I feel are really important. So I'm just going to mute everybody again, and then unmute Ellen. Okay. So the 3 vital behaviors, like I said, are what's going to get you to Success Club and beyond, and move your business forward and earn you an amazing income and get you to rank advances and change your whole life, basically, as long as you stay consistent with them. Now, in treating your business like a business, there are just a couple of other things that you want to work into your business schedule. So when I said to set your business hours, I mean to set the business hours, block them off in your calendar, and then create specific tasks of what you're going to do with each segment of time so that you stay focused on them. Because it's so easy to go onto Facebook and say, I'm going to post, and then just get lost in Facebook, reading everybody's posts and watching videos. So you really need to kind of stay focused and not allow yourself to scroll on Facebook until you get the tasks at hand completed. So what my suggestion is, let's say you were sitting down for 1 hour, then split up your hour into 15-minute segments. And let's say your first 15 minutes, you're going to post on Facebook, because as we all know, we need to be posting regularly in order for people to see that this is what we're about. So anybody who hasn't yet posted your grand announcement on your personal page, telling everybody that you're a Beachbody coach, that's your first step in your grand opening of your business. And we have a great template. I think Kristen was the one who actually, I don't see her on the call anymore. Okay. Kristen, on her first day, she had posted this amazing post sharing with everybody her excitement as to why, there she is, you were hiding, sharing everybody as to why she became a Beachbody coach. And she was so excited in it, and you totally felt her excitement and her passion, and it was awesome. She didn't hesitate, and that's why I'm suggesting, don't hesitate, just do. And I was so impressed with it that I actually copied it and pasted it in our team page to show everybody, and gave her kudos because she deserved it, that this is a perfect way of how to announce your new venture, your new career, if you will, of being a health and fitness coach. And then from that point forward, staying consistent every day and posting. And it doesn't necessarily have to be about Beachbody every day. In fact, it's better if it's not always about Beachbody, but it's about what you're doing. It's about just some motivational tips about nutrition, about fitness, inspirational messages. So it's important for people to see that this is who you are now. And the longer that you're consistent in doing that, that's what's going to create people to trust you in joining you. Because they're not going to trust you if you're not posting and you're not sharing with everybody that this is who you are, that they can feel comfortable coming to you because you're a coach who wants to help them to achieve their goals. And then all of a sudden you send them an invite saying, hey, want to join my support group so I can help you reach your goals? And they'll be like, who are you? Why would I think that you're capable of helping me? So that's why it's so important to be getting online, getting on Facebook, Instagram, whatever social media platform you're most comfortable in, and posting regularly every day in order to put yourself out there. And then, of course, when you start getting challengers, then you're going to post in your challenge groups as well and comment on your challengers' posts. So that can be your first 15 minutes, posting on Facebook, posting on your challenge group pages, and responding to comments on your challengers' posts and things like that. But you want to have a specific task in mind for each segment of time that you're blocking off for your business so you stay focused. The second segment can be your invites and making sure that you're inviting at least the minimum number of people that your goal is, that your minimum goal is that you're going to invite every day. Get those out of the way. You want to make sure to get them done because that's the most important thing that's going to move your business forward. So you'll know that you got that done. And then the third segment can be to follow up with people you've already invited and respond to people who've responded to you. So those are all, that can be in your third segment, but you just need to follow, your specific goals for each time segment so you don't get lost and you don't lose track of what you're supposed to be doing and then forget something. And then the fourth part that I wanted to make sure that you all understand is so important, that as your CEO of your own business, you need to know what's going on in your business. And it's so important for you to stay engaged on our team page daily. Check our team page every single day because that's part of your business. Knowing what's going on and seeing what's being posted and benefiting from the videos that we're posting, that Ellen and I are posting, and any of the other coaches that are on the page, making sure that you're staying engaged with your team and supporting each other, because that's what this team is so amazing because of the support, that we're all so tight and we're there for each other. So whenever you see a recognition post, you want to comment. Whenever you see a welcome post to any new coach, you want to comment, welcome, making them feel welcome. So it's so important to engage and create that great team energy because you want that for your coaches, right? When you sign up new coaches, you want us all to make them feel welcome. You want us all to comment, not just see it and keep moving. You want us all to comment, welcome. You want us all to comment, congratulations, when your new coach reaches Emerald, or when your new coach, sells their first challenge pack. So that's what we all need to do. We all need to create that really great team energy on the page, and that can't happen if you're not on the page. So it's really important that you check that page daily and check your Coach Online Office daily, because that's so important to know where you stand, and if we're on the Coach Breaking News, any new information that's going on, new promotions. So it's so important to check those pages daily, in addition to any coach training that you're in. So those 3 pages are so important to build into your business time that you're blocking out each day. Checking your team page, checking your Coach Online Office, and making sure you're staying engaged with your coach training that you're in. And everyone should be in a coach training at every point in time, because that's how you grow. That's how you learn the tools and learn from other coaches in order to move your business forward. So that's the basic of the training that I wanted to go over. There was one other thing, but I think we're running a little long, so I'll save that for the next time. But what I'll do is post on our team page about that. And what that is the leadership ladder. You guys are so lucky because you have it made. before the leadership ladder and before Coach Basics training, there was no training for coaches who joined this business. They kind of had to fumble around and do it on their own. And I was one of those coaches. I didn't have a real mentor. I didn't have someone who was showing me every step of the way. I reached out to other coaches. I made relationships with coaches who weren't even on my team, and we learned from each other. After I became a coach, they put Coach Basics into play, which is awesome, because now you have it made. You learn everything that you need to know to move your business forward. And now the leadership ladder is amazing. And that's what Beachbody is really focusing on right now. So it's still fairly new, so we're all still learning it. And what I'm going to do is post a video about it, 2 videos actually, about it on our team page so that you can all learn from it. And then on our next team call, which will be next week, we can go over, we're going to go back to Tuesday nights, right, El? You can go back to Tuesdays.
10th, right? Can we do May 10th?
May 10th?
Yep.
Yeah.
That's next week.
Yeah. Is everybody good with May 10th on Tuesday? That at 8:30? Okay, so that'll be our next team call, and then I'll go over, you can watch the videos and come prepared if you have any questions or anything about the leadership ladder. But I'll just post those videos on the page so you can review them, and then we'll come back and discuss it on Tuesday. All right?
I know I'll go over quickly. I know it's already 9:30.
Yeah.
Really late. But May 9th, I know that we will have the new Coach Basics. So many of them will be on the call that night, the night before. So I don't know that, but it's Monday the 9th. There's also a Diamond to Star Diamond coach training that's starting the same day on the 9th. And Bonnie's starting a new free clean eating group. So I was talking with, Dee earlier about free groups and how we could join in together to do some of them. So Bonnie will post an event page, and if anyone wants to take that event page and invite the other people and make your own event page and then put your people in with Bonnie's group, it's like a free group that we can all do together and you can post in. So if you have anyone you want to add into it's free clean eating, and you can do fitness too, like what I did this week with the videos.
Yeah.
So that's also going to start on the 9th, which is Monday. So you could, keep note of that. We'll post it in the page. Then on Thursday at 8:30 p.m. is a TeamZ call, which is a great tool for once you start growing your business and your contacts. The Power Hour Bonnie just mentioned, the 15 minutes. This helps you to just bring up contacts that you've imported from your Gmail or from your Facebook or from your back office, which is your customer leads. It imports it all in there, and it gives you a system of you doing it all, most of it all online. So it's like, if you're not sure, if you're not great at your binder or your system that you're doing now, I know some of you are brand new, or writing it down and you get lost, like I'm not the most organized. I'm excited about TeamZ because I know that all my contacts, and you can copy and paste your conversations that you've had with them and notes about them, and it all keeps it right there. So it is, eventually you pay for it. It's a 30-day trial. That's the only thing that, you might not want to start the TeamZ right away, because you're investing money into it. I think it's $25. I think if we do it as a team, it'll be like $25 a month for it. But anyway, if you want to learn about it, just to see what is available, it's 8:30 Thursday night. It's a whole video tutorial, and the person who created it will be on. So it's not just a video. I'm saying it's a live Zoom call like this. And then the 16th, which is the following Monday, we'll do a new challenge group. So I'll probably do Hammer and Chisel event page because I'm starting it again with Marianne, and there's a couple of people that I know might be starting it with us. Bonnie and might do a size event page because we should all promote what's on sale this month. The promotion is size, and also Insanity Max 30. So if you know anyone that loves Shaun T and has done T25, you can ask people that already are in love with Shaun T, because who isn't? He's awesome. And if someone that just likes to dance, or someone that just wants to get a sweat on in a fun way, maybe they're not that into going to the gym or lifting weights, then size is the perfect program for them. Insanity Max 30, again, would be something a little bit more intense, a lot more intense. Then the 18th, Bonnie's going to post the calendar on our team page, so you'll see it all. But the 18th, Don is having a new coach and a webinar. So if you want to invite and start recruiting coaches to your team, he's doing a fabulous webinar. So we'll get the link and we'll post up his poster on our page about that on Wednesday, the 18th. So you could start asking people that might be interested in learning what you're doing. Say, hey, if you'd like to come to a webinar, and there's no obligation, they could go see Don's webinar. Then we'll be having our own team happy hour like we did last month. I don't know if any of you have been to it, but we did a coach opportunity happy hour where it's an hour of us posting and it's us telling them all about the coaching opportunity, and we all engage. So even if you want to just schedule to be there, because you want to invite people and then also be there just to support us and have the camaraderie and let them meet our team and let them see the engagement and see the different posts that we do. We always reply to each other's posts. So it makes it more engaging. That's going to be May 24th. And then it comes up to Memorial Day weekend. I know there's a lot, Bon. Do you still want me to go over all the promotions? Because it's getting late.
Yeah, quickly. Just go over the challenge packs.
Well, one of them, is the size challenge pack is on promotion this month with the Shakeology, or you can do the Kickstart, which means the 3-day refresh is part of it. Then there's also the Insanity Max 30 as a challenge pack alone with Shakeology, or with the Kickstart, which is 3-day refresh attached to it. Now, I know Carl Deichler is doing a 3-day refresh sale just on the 3-day refresh. It's like about $10 off savings for the week of May 16th to June. So a lot of people might be promoting it for Memorial Day weekend, because a lot of people, it's like the unofficial start of summer, even though today it feels like winter here. And a lot of places people are going to a wedding or they're going away for the weekend. It's a long weekend. You might want to promote the the 3-day refresh to get ready for the event on Memorial Day weekend. And it's quick and easy because it's only 3 days and it gets people involved in building relationship with you. So even though it's not a Success Club point or a challenge group, it gets you to give them value and to lose some weight quickly. And then from there, you could lead up into something new. Okay. It's all right. Bye, Marianne. So that's what our calendar. And then the other things we were going to just tell you about was in May, they're having the Move Up line points. So if you get Success Club 10 in April and Success Club 10 in May, you're going to be able to be on a higher ranking for the Success Club trip. It's a trip that we have in March. So some of you might know about it. This time it's what, Punta Cana, Bonnie? Punta Cana, right?
It's Punta Cana.
The cruise?
Dominican Republic. No, it's
Right.
an all-inclusive resort.
This time. So there's a long waiting list for that. But if you get Success Club points in both these months, they're like going to double your points and you're going to be higher on the trip for that. Also, the challenge tracker, there's an app. I don't know if you've known about it, where it's pretty new. If you just get 3 people on the app, it's similar to like our Facebook groups, but it's through the phone. And you make one post with it and you try it out with at least 3 people. They're giving away $500 every Friday in May. So you could be the lucky $500 winner if you decide to try the challenge track apper. So even if you have, like I said, 2 to 3 people that are interested, it's worth it to just set it up in May, and you could maybe win $500. And I think, Bon, that's about it. The other one was the invitation for the Brian Tracy exclusive invitation to webcast. If you get, this is great. If you get Success Club 5, you can win an exclusive invitation for a webinar with Brian Tracy. He's one of the top business personality success speakers. You
actually get it. You don't. It's not that you can win it. You do get it. So
yes.
If you get Success Club 5, you get that exclusive call with him, which is awesome.
Yeah. So that's for the month of May.
Yeah.
And we're also going to do our own contest in our group. So for everyone that gets Success Club 5 on our team, we're going to be giving away a wear and share, like something maybe like this, or maybe we'll have you choose if you want to do a T25 shirt or something that, like when I was at the airport the other day, I just had a Shakeology tank top on, and I got 2 people starting my challenge group with me soon. Well, they're supposed to be signing up today because they were already going to do 21 day. They said, "Oh, you do that?" I said, "Yeah, I'm a coach." And so it was like a quick on the security line at the airport. And now they were sisters like us, and they are going to do the 21 day fix challenge back with our group. So the wear and share really is something to definitely put on as often as possible when you're out just doing grocery shopping or whatever it is.
I can't tell you how much I've gotten from just wearing my wear and share. I mean, how many conversations and not only challengers who signed on with a challenge pack, but new coaches. I've had new coaches only because I was wearing something that said Team Beachbody or Shakeology or something, and they started asking me about it. So it is so important to get those, wear and share items and wear them as much as possible. So yeah, that's our prize for everybody who makes Success Club 5 this month.
Yeah. And I think that's about it. Just there's a new product, the orange flavor of Recover. They changed it to orange this month. And I believe that's all I've got. I tried to rush it because I know it's the end of the night. And
yes. So if anybody has any questions or anything, let us know. Any hands? No? Yes, Diana. Let me unmute you. 1 second. Yes.
Oh, sorry. I have a question about the groups that you mentioned. I know that you do a 7-day clean eating group.
Yes.
And I'm just curious, like when you reach out to people and you tell them about the support group for health and nutrition, are you inviting them to that 7-day, or are you doing
I might. It depends. I have invited people to it who have responded to my question saying that they could use some help with their nutrition, but they're not ready to do anything. That's when I'll say, well, I'm having a 7-day clean eating. If you want to just join that, it's just a very short term just to help you get on track with your eating better. So I'll invite them to that, but initially I don't. I'll do the whole invitation process with the hopes that I'm going to sign them up with the challenge pack and really get them with everything they need to get started to see the changes that they want to see in their bodies. But if they are sounding like they're not really ready to do something, then I'll use that as a way to still get them involved. I'm still providing them with value, and they don't have to really commit to anything lengthy or spend money.
Is that the only group that you're doing, or is there another free group or something?
That's the only free one that I'm doing.
Okay.
Yeah. Yes,
I wanted to tell Diana, because what I did was a lot of people that when I first became a coach in December and I sent out 100 invites, whatever, to my trying to buy challenge packs, and everybody that said no, the next free eating group that we did, I let them know I'm doing a free eating group. I know that you weren't ready to commit to a challenge pack, but I was wondering if you would be interested in the 7-day clean eating. And I got them, and I got a few challenge packs after that showing that I was still kind of on them, oh, listen, I understand, because it is a lot of money and it's a commitment. And I kind of say to them, listen, I would, if you buy a $150 purse just to kind of carry on your arm, wouldn't you want to do that for your health? And then they bought a challenge pack from it. So I kind of if someone, especially if I did something challenge pack wise, they didn't want to do a challenge pack, but they had said that, oh, I'll do a clean eating group. They said, yes, I did that. And then they got a challenge pack from it. That's always.
I find once they're in your group and they see the camaraderie and they see the motivation and accountability and they get to know you, you're giving them value. And then they feel they trust you more. So it's building trust. It's relationship building. And
then the people that did the free eating group, but still kind of was a little apprehensive. And that's why I'm looking down. I'm literally after the free eating group, I'm now getting crazy messages oh, I see you're still posting on Facebook. You're doing another challenge group. What can I do to buy a challenge pack? So I think that you just kind of post, but be real about it. And they come back Bonnie and Ellen have been saying this whole time, just kind of keep putting little feelers out there and they'll come back to you.
Yeah, that's why another reason why I don't get discouraged when people say no, because it's really not no, it's just no, not right now. Because you're planting seeds, and when they're ready, they will come back to you, and it's going to be such a great feeling. It's happened, I can't tell you how many times. They could come back to you in a week, in a month, in 6 months, in a year, but they'll come back to you when they're ready, and they'll be like, okay, I'm ready to do it. Let's do this now. And then it's awesome. It's really about just when they are ready to commit to making a change for themselves. So sometimes you catch people right at the right time where they're just looking for something and they're ready to just do it right then and there. And then other times it takes a couple of weeks of them thinking about it. And then other times it takes months. So you really don't know. It's all dependent on where a person's at.
Yeah, I was just thinking about that because I have some people in mind, and nutrition may not be their thing. And so I'm just curious about what type of groups to compose. And I was thinking about just doing a 7-day workout, maybe every day doing a 20-minute workout with them.
Yeah.
So whatever, so maybe there's like 3 categories, right? There's nutrition, there's whatever, and then creating a different type of group for each one that would really give them the credibility and also the
You should check out Ellen's. Ellen's doing that right now. She has a free group going on where she videotapes herself doing 2 moves, and it's a fitness challenge for just 7 days, free group, and she has a lot of people in there, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, well, this time I didn't put it in a group. I left it right on the event page, which I usually don't do. But as I posted it, everyone sees it that was invited to it or that joined it. So
maybe post the link for that so that other people can see it in the group, in our team.
Sure, yeah, I'll put it on the team page.
Yeah.
Okay,
great.
We should have taken a picture before everyone signed off.
I did. I took one right after Mary Ann did.
Mary Ann took one? Oh, before?
No, I took one right after she signed.
I wanted everyone to smile though and let them know. Ready? Wait, am I going to do? You took one already with the
I did.
All right. Let me see if I could. Well, it's nice when everyone knows and they're saying hi. I'll try it like this one.
Yeah, we should have done it before.
Ready? Everyone, hi. 1, 2, 3. Okay. Better than just like looking like, I know.
Right.
But I was thinking it while you were speaking, but I didn't want to interrupt, and then I should have said it before.
Yeah, that's okay. All right. Well, this was a great call. I'm so glad to see you all on here. See, it's so nice because it's not the same as just seeing a post on Facebook, seeing each other's faces and hearing each other's voices and inflections and all that. It's just so much more personal. So thank you all for joining. And we'll see you all. Leslie, I'll be seeing you on Thursday at 9 is our Get Started Right call. And
yes, I don't know what I'm doing because I have no clue.
Yes, well, I'm going to get you started right, girl. And
We've all been there. Don't worry. We've all been there.
Yes, and don't feel overwhelmed. Really, do not feel overwhelmed because that's the biggest message that I can give to any new coach because it sounds very overwhelming, but it really isn't. And you're not expected to know everything right now at all. So you're going to just be taught every step of the way. And once you start doing the coach training, you'll see it'll all come to you. So don't feel overwhelmed whatsoever. You'll get everything in time.
Okay.
Don't feel right. Don't dejected like I know, or rejected. I heard V today was feeling it a little bit, right, V? A little. She's not used to getting no's. And I said, we go for no's. I go, the more no's, the better, because that means you're asking more and more people. So
And
we all felt that way. We all felt that way.
Yes. All right, guys. Have a good rest of your evening. And we'll see you soon. We'll see you next week.
Have a happy Mother's Day, whoever's a mommy.
Oh, you too. Happy Mother's Day, everyone.
Bye.
Bye.